To it, Caesars Superdome. Coming up, we have a good one for you between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New Orleans Saints. Ball teed up, Logan Cook after the kick. And here we go from New Orleans. Has this at the 6. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. It's lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too. So the big play moves him well past midfield. Has him set up now at the 35. Dive play straight ahead. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside runs, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
They give it to him again. Once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Taking a chance to the end zone. And this is going to be a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32.
1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. First run of the game for Javonte Williams. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Gain 15 there. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know they can set the table for more.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield. Going to the ground again on 1st. Nothing doing on the outside there. No gain on the run. It's going to bring up 2nd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
So 1st down from the 41. Another run for Williams. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars finish off their opening drive. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. Little able to connect on the point after. The Jaguars respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Saints to the line now. First and 10. Here's the handoff. He cuts it back right. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him in the field goal range. It's a full 40 yards on the play, Brock, and a new set of downs. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. First down, play action. Complete out to the right. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. No doubt they take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Coming to the line for another first and 10.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. Hut, hut.
Here's the one back on the handoff. And they take this in for the score. The Saints break the tie here in the first. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually pressure gets there right side. It's blocked! And they're not able to transform the block into 2 points. He's tackled short and they get nothing following the touchdown.
And that block's going to take a little bit of the sting away from giving up the touchdown. I'll tell you, that's exactly, if you're on that special teams unit, how you want to start this game. Playing hard, executing well, and putting a little seed of doubt and thought on the special teams unit on the other side.
And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes first and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Williams to start the drive. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 33. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offensive confidence.
And 3 yards is all he's going to get. It's second down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these players. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big games of next week. I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call. The receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
Down the field, it's Pitts. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock. So unsurprisingly, that gives them a first down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Up the gut they go with Williams. And some solid running here as he gets some 8 yards there into the red zone.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football and defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Look at this option play now on second down. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Going over the middle, but it's incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. It's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
team stays sidelined. They're going to go for this.
Let's go. Hey, 65, 65.
Fourth down, pass coming. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge next time the ball comes his way.
It's an excellent work to drive him all the way up past the 30-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Back to the well again. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. And that is the end of our first quarter. 13-7 is our score. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They'll begin the quarter with 2nd and 8. That throw behind his intended target. Now they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
70 Lions.
3rd and long for him here. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. They're throwing it. Short pass brought in. A solid gain there. He gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Give now to the running back. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
From the gun on 3rd down. Taking a shot deep here. So the heave knocked away from the intended targets. That brings up 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
So from a mile away, they'll send out the field goal unit to take a shot at this one. This from the right hash and a considerable distance.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Running right, it's Williams. And they drop him after just a yard. 2nd down.
This offense is now left some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts, with very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. They stay on the ground with Williams. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. Good hit, but showing love for it to have come early as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the 1st down.
Jaguars, 1st down. A gain of 12. 1st down, Jacksonville.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Hits his target. That's DJ Moore. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From the red zone now. Throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And the defense holds, Brock. They catch him at the 4. He only gets back to that line of scrimmage.
And we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority majority have got to do some damage.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Headed out right. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that passing block. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
Only 2 yards to the marker, and they're going for it here on 4. They're going to try to throw for it. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced. Brock had to try and go for it. But they turn it over on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
And they're there to send him out of bounds. But Brock, the damage has been done as he gets him up past the 20. The big play, that's of 17 yards. And that's good for a Saints first down.
10 at the 21-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
They'll work against the blitz. And it looks great flying through the air, Bronk, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
Air it out on 3rd. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. All right, defense did its job, forced the offense into a 3rd long, and that, in large part, partner, led to that interception.
Such a dichotomy, Kate, in so many ways. Offensively, we hear all the time what? Stay on schedule, avoid these situations. Defensive coaches, you know what they say, earn the right to rush the passer, earn the right to make them one-dimensional, and when you do, they pay it off, and they did in the biggest of ways with that huge INT.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Give to Williams from the gun. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Finally,
across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars tie and can take the lead here in the 2nd. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with. I think of the receivers, they got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, they'll look for him.
Now is Cook to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1.
First and 10 at the
More from Caesars Superdome in just a moment. Thrown back, it's the handoff. That is exactly why you rally to the football. Got through 1 tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there. Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. That heater is going to fall to the turf.
That was really staying. Because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Here's Jake Camarda to send it skyward on 4th down. And this will be his first effort of the contest. He's got this at the 27. He's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return.
At the Saints' 43-yard line.
Ready up.
1st and 10 from the 43.
Come on. Set. Next.
Straight ahead with Williams. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Justin Reed with the tackle.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Throwing from the gun. Finds the in route complete. And they take him down right along the 30. 7 yards on that pickup. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
One of the tight ends in motion left. Williams now on 1st and 10. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and just 3 added blockers. Just the element they needed to spring that run.
Working inside the red zone. That one's complete, right side. And they're going to have 1st and goal, Brock, as he gets out of bounds right around the 9.
As any quarterback will tell you over the course of their career, it's not easy to deliver an accurate throw if you're about to get smacked.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. From the gun, a carry by Williams. The ground game works for the touchdown. The Jaguars will add to their lead at the end of the half. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
On now is Cook to kick this away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here.
35-yard line.
Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Connecting on the slant. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back to throw it. Gets everything he has under this one. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Travis Hunter. And the Jaguars are stopped on that return. So that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Reed now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Williams. Rolling into enemy territory. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down.
It's a gain of
That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
This is Williams. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 2 yards.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Now it's Williams. He finds a little opening, but not much. Picked up about 4 on 2nd down.
That's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Play not developing as they had hoped. That's a loss of yardage. 4th down coming up. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Now come out throwing. Throwing the out route complete. It's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Low back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
7-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Dropping back to throw. Cope with the catch. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they were waiting for him on that draw, weren't they? They get him behind the line. That's going to bring up 2nd down. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it. Because you've got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards. And there's heat. That blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
McPherson's kick is good. And that gets them back within 5.
Here in the third quarter, he gets a chance to make up for the miss on his first attempt of the game. This time, he is totally dialed in, and he gets this one to count.
Has this at the 6. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
On 2nd down, it's Williams again. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. That's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
And the Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throw it. It's him on the end route. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Williams. And 2nd down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in...
Touchdown, Jacksonville! The Jaguars hold an 11-point advantage. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part in carrying the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Revenge from the coverage team there after they gave up a pretty nice run back. New set of downs for him from the 31. They go play action on 1st down. This complete to Cook. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Finds a seam down the middle. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. That one hits for 30. And that's good for a Saints 1st down.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the ashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Saints' ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Set up. Cowboy 80. 19 Lion. Go.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Going deep here for the end zone. And this is going to be hit by a defender and knocked away. Incomplete as the end zone look comes up empty, Brock. Got a 4th down decision to make. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. You're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did. That's that field goal didn't do a lot on the scoreboard to make it a more attackable deficit, but it does create a sense of urgency here for this defense to get off the field.
Oh, the Saints are looking confident that they have it, and they do! Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore, but he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag. 1st and 10 from the 43. Up the gut they go with Williams. He was brought down after a gain of about 6 inside the 40. Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd
Look to throw.
and 3.
And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
That's caught for the first. And they're going to have a few looks at a touchdown here as he gets it down to the 8. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars could lock away the win as they make it a 15-point game. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. Here's the one back on the handoff. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. 1st down play, and that's a 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Another carry for him. Hop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Viking 18, Warriors 70, go!
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He finds him beyond the marker. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down in a drive a lot of us thought had stalled out. He's going to carry on.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throw here on 1st. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
Set, go!
3rd and long for him here. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, so that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Third down from the gun. Connection made to Shaheed. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
Saints, first down.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Oh no, they get him yet again. Devin Lloyd making the play. And the Jaguars have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Back-to-back carries here. He'll scrape together a few yards, but not much. Third down coming up. The Saints calling for a timeout for their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Here we go, set.
To the air on 3rd and long. Put the body on the line for his team. 20 yards on that play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Jaguars.
They'll give left side. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half. Back to their own side of the field now, Brock. This is 2nd and long. Back to the well again. And he gets absolutely pumped to end that one. They'll get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
3rd and 12.
5 men in the secondary for the Saints. 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll air it out on 3rd. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. LeBron, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
70 Lions.
Back to work after throwing the pin. Hits his tight end on the corner route. Keeps it moving. And this will reach the opposing 25-yard line. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. They'll work against the blitz. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
60 by 6.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. And he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints get it back to within 2 possessions. McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Saints cut the lead down to 10.
Jaguars 36.
With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And this is covered by the Jaguars. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
They'll run here on 1st down. And no, he's caught before he can reach the end zone, Brock. They got him at the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
And goal at the 4-yard line.
They give it to him again. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll send him up the middle. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal.
Tyndall on the stop. It's a loss of 4. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Here's a give straight up the middle. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. That run go for 3 yards, but still a ways out as it brings up 4th and goal. So the Jaguars, the visitors in this one, but they take home the win. And this winning streak continues to grow as they claim their 4th victory in a row. So for my partner, Brock,